Hello, fellow citizens, and welcome back to IAE Day 9. So today we've got some real exciting news, new ship announcements, some new ships on the actual floor. They're wrapping up the manufacturer-specific days quite strong. It's been a pretty slow IAE so far, so it's nice to see some new news coming out. So without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, so starting off on the right-hand side, we actually have one of the new ships they recently announced, the F-7C Hornet Ghost. So this is more of a stealthy version of the F-7C. It's meant to be really low profile on the radar, so nothing can find you, basically. Over on the left-hand side, we've got its counterpart. It is the F-7C Tracker. Same idea, new ship from the F-7C line. This one is really specialized in radar, so it'll have a better radar in it than the rest of them, allow you to actually scan further and find more ships. Combined, it's probably a pretty good pair. So, over in the middle on the right-hand side, we've got the S7A Horn, followed by the Terrapin Medic. Terrapin Medic is actually a new ship for this year as well. So it is a medic version of the Terrapin, so it's got a single, I believe it's size 2 medbed in it. Really strong ship, very difficult to crack, and quite popular. It's a nice use of the Terrapin hull. In the center, this big beast is the Carrack. So this big thing is going to get some love in 4.0 apparently. So first off, the blast shields, which you can't actually see here, I don't believe. The blast shields are actually going to be implemented in 4.0 when that comes out later this year. And the bays on the bottom are finally going to be able to open, which makes the ship a lot more useful than it used to be. I really like this ship. My only hesitation is a single entry point. And the reason I say that is the first time I took it out, I parked it, but I parked on a rock and I couldn't get back in. The ramp wouldn't come down far enough and I couldn't get in. So anyway, moving on to the side here, we've got the original Terrapin. This ship actually did receive a little bit of love earlier when they introduced the Terrapin Medic version. Just a couple of updates. Other than that, being that it's typically... it specializes in a gameplay that isn't actually in the game yet, so it doesn't receive a lot of playtime, unfortunately. Alright, just give me a second and I'll hop over to the side hall for you. Over in Hall 3, that is on the right-hand side of the main expo hall, only 3 ships today. So we've got the F8 Lightning. This is that new, I believe it's a heavy fighter that you can only actually get if you find a golden ticket in game. Once you have the golden ticket, it'll release your ability to actually purchase the ship. That being said, I've found half a dozen of them just sitting in loot boxes, so if anyone wants any, just let me know. A golden ticket, that is, not a ship. In the front and center, we've got the Valkyrie. This is a heavy troop transport ship, I guess. I don't see a lot of these out and about, but it's a beautiful looking ship. It's really meant to transport your troops as well as actually kind of back them up with some door machine guns and things like that. Like, it's a really well done ship. And then over on the left hand side, we've got the Spartan. Again, another troop transport specialized. That's on the Atlas platform. I'm sure we'll see a couple more of the ships based on the Atlas platform in a minute here. Alright, I'll go run over to the next hall. So over in this hall, we've got a bunch of ships to show you. So let's get into it. So starting over on the right hand side, this is the Anvil Aero. It's a nice little small light fighter. I used to quite enjoy flying this, but I haven't actually taken it out in quite a while. Beside the Aero, we've got the Gladiator. This thing is just loaded with guns. It's a heavy fighter, I believe it is. In the center of the showroom floor, we've got the C8R Pisces. as well as the regular C8R. So the red one here is actually the medical version. So it's got a medical bed in it. It's one of the smaller medical transport ships in the game. I do quite enjoy throwing that in the hangar of something like the Carrack, for instance. Flying around with that. Then this is the regular Pisces. So I believe you get a little bit of cargo space in the back of that one. Also a decent starter ship, single player. Over on the left-hand side, we've got the Hurricane. Interesting design on this ship, but it's yet another heavy fighter in the game. And then finally the Hawk. So this is kind of a fighter slash bounty hunting ship. You actually have a bounty pod in the back that you can throw a prisoner in. Not that that gameplay exists yet, but when it does, you can. All right, let's go hop down and see what they have for us downstairs. So downstairs to the right here, we've actually got the Ballista. So this is another one of those ground vehicles that's built on the Atlas frame. I believe this one is an anti-air variant. Go run over to the left-hand side and see what's over on this side. Ah, the Centurion. Yet another ground vehicle based on the Atlas frame. So yeah, they just listed as combat on this one. This is the anti-air? To be honest, I can't remember. Alright, as we run over into the holodecks today, we actually have some news. They've announced a new ship, new concept ship, the Anvil Paladin. It is a very heavy gunship fighter, I guess. So check that out. It's actually nicely priced. I think it's about $300 on the site today. Again, just a concept sale, so it's not available yet. So, first off, we've got the Anvil Crucible. It's listed as a heavy repair ship, and I believe this one has the ability to bring in, I believe it's just about any size of like medium to small ship. Can repair, rearm, refuel. It'll be exciting to see those in game. Now this is the Legionnaire, I believe this is. So this has this ship is specialized in kind of the hacking gameplay. The idea being that you can forcibly dock with somebody else's ship. This is listed as the Liberator. So this is considered a transport ship. I believe this is one that has very similar to kind of like the Galaxy, I guess it would be. You'll have a small hangar in it. You have the ability to throw some fighters and some smaller ships in there. You'll have the ability to drive in some ground vehicles in the back. I'm really excited to actually see this in game. That being said, they have not actually talked about when we will be seeing it in game. So who knows, it could be years away at this point. And then finally, over on this side, that's weird. All right, so this is listed as a Paladin. That being said, the Paladin screenshots on the website look completely different. So I think what they've shown here is actually the Crucible. It was probably just a copy and paste error, or they're trying to hide it when this was in the beta version testing. All right. That is really the end of our show today, our video today. Again, we are wrapping up the ship manufacturers today. This is the last one with Anvil Aerospace. So next up, there is the Best in Show. I believe that runs for a couple of days. So they'll have, they'll probably show off the Best in Show skins for, I believe it's the top 4 ships that were picked, the semi-finalist and the finalists. It's kind of a purple skin this year, so I will be showing that off if there's anything to show for you guys tomorrow. And then it kind of goes into the IAE summary. So I'm, again, hoping for some big news, something to report on you guys. But without further ado, thank you all for watching the video today. And if you're excited to watch those next 2 videos, make sure that you subscribe so that you'll get a notification as soon as I publish them. That said, have a great day, and I'll see you in the verse.